Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, welcome, everyone, and especially welcome to my special guest, Michelle Marie from Astrological Tarot. Hey!
Hi, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Ah, I always love reading with you. This is wonderful. We always seem to just the cards connect and the messages come through and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you for those of you that have joined us. Did you want to stream this to your
Oh, I'm
phone?
good. I'm good. I
Oh,
got the
you're good?
reverse
Oh,
two of pentacles every time I try to do that. So it's just like, okay, we'll give Marina some
fine
views. All
and
right.
fine. Yeah, yeah, okay. No, no problem. No problem. So yeah, don't forget everyone to like, share, subscribe. All the information for Michelle's channel is down in the description below, so you can go over to her channel and give her a like, share, and subscribe. And I did pin a comment that if you've had a reading from anyone in the last 24 hours, please give someone else an opportunity to ask. Um, then it just allows other people to have an opportunity. And honestly, it's not a good idea to be asking spirit for guidance more than once a day.
Yeah.
It just, just yeah, don't do that. So just quickly wanted to say hello to a few folks that uh, have joined us. Imelda is here. Hello, Imelda. And Imelda was on the show that I did earlier with Ferny. Did you happen to catch that?
I didn't. I'll have to look at the replay. Yeah.
This guy is amazing. If you have never had a reading from Ferny,
Okay.
he is amazing in terms of one of the readings that we did. He told me who I was in a past life, the name, the dates, the location. Like when we were done, it's not that I didn't believe him. I believed him, but I Googled it just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
And OMFG.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
just, yeah, it was incredible. Yeah.
Wow.
So Ness is here. Hello, Ness. Barbara Nesper. Joyful Journey. Hello, Joyful Journey. Marby Gangora. Jenny Berlin. We've got Froxy Roxy. Okay. And let's see, I would like to message Annie Hamlet. Hello, Annie Hamlet. She's a new member on the channel. Okay, we'd like to. Barbara Nesper has a question. So yes, if you'd like us to read on something, by all means, please put it in the chat in all caps. That way it gets my attention. Okay, and I'll get you on the list. And also, please, if you have had a reading with anyone in the last 24 hours, like I said before, let someone else go. Particularly if you're a member, because members always get to jump the queue. That's one of the benefits of being a member, is you go first, right? So we want to make sure that everybody gets in there and gets an opportunity to have a reading. And Ness just gifted someone a membership. Very nice of you, Ness. Oh, Joyful Journey. Yay!
Congratulations, Jen.
Wonderful. That is fantastic. So, Joyful, if you'd like to toss a question in there, by all means, you do so. And in fact, you did. Perfect. So you and Annie are going to go first because you've got your questions in there. So before we do that, what have you got on the go right now, Michelle? You've got some interesting things.
I do. I have Heather from Indigo Jaguar. I think it's Soul Alchemy Indigo Jaguar
Yes.
on now, and she's going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to be doing lots of readings. She's fantastic.
Nice.
She's not only a great reader, but she's an incredible artist. And I know that you have a few of her.
Yes.
You have one of her paintings. Is that correct?
We
Yeah.
have her paintings.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you know.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think next week, let's see. I have Gerald on. Yay, from Tarot Stash. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Love
So
Gerald.
yep, yep. And then I have Ginger, and yeah. So it's if you just follow my community tab, guys, you can see what I have going on. I'm not as active as Marina. I tend to just go once a week, and then go on other people's shows. But yeah, I'm every single Wednesday at 4 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Eastern. So that's my main thing. I've been doing it for over 2 years now. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. And you do a great job.
Thank
Do a
you.
great job at it. And thank you for the super sticker, Annie Hamlet. That is very much appreciated. So now you were, maybe some of the folks are just wondering, or maybe they just need a heads up on kind of what is in the ether for this this lunar eclipse that is coming up.
Well, we have 3 things coming up. Can I hit 3 and then the lunar eclipse?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, today we have a Mercury Rahu conjunction. I won't get into that because I already put it on my shorts feed. So you guys can check that out later. But the first thing that I have going on is a Venus Saturn conjunction in 18 degrees of sidereal Aquarius. And this falls in Shatabishak Nakshatra. So this can bring a lot of stability, some discipline, and some pragmatism to our relationships and our finances. It promotes a lot of long-term commitments and practicality. And we were talking about that before the show. So if you're looking at like wrapping things up before the eclipse, getting those hard things done, now's the time to do it, because Mercury is going to have quite a month ahead of him in April. Okay. So with this energy, you need to watch for potential coldness or difficulty expressing emotions, because it's a more of a high IQ energy. Really great Vedic remedies could be chanting Venus or Saturn's mantras. Venus's mantra is Om Shukraya Namaha. And Saturn's mantra is Om Shanishwaraya Namaha. And you can do that 108 times via a mala. And you can wear diamond or blue sapphire gemstones. You can practice patience to help manage these energies. And collectively and societally, this is going to involve a lot of restructuring, a lot of, just like economic shifts toward hopefully stability. And adherence to traditional values, but it's going to require some flexibility to adapt to the changing circumstances. So we can welcome this conjunction's potential for like grounding, resilience, perseverance. And again, like I said, this is in Shatabishak Nakshatra in Aquarius. So this is our moon, Marina. So This is why we get along so well. It's the truth. It's like I looked at your chart and I went, she's got the same moon. Oh my gosh, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So then we have Mercury. He's going to be going through the Pisces Aries Gandanta. Okay, this is what I was talking about. This is on March 25th, and this is happening at the same time as the eclipse. So if you have any planets in Virgo or Gemini, you're going to feel this a little bit more, especially if it's your ascendant. So this can bring a lot of emotional turbulence, confusion, indecision, affecting our communications, our decision making. It's going to feel like a mega Mercury retrograde for all of us. So we can do some meditation. We can recite Mercury's mantras. We can wear emerald gemstones. We can seek clarity through introspection. That can help mitigate some of the challenges coming with this. Collectively, it can lead to instability, especially because it's happening during an eclipse. So when it comes to broadcasting, societal discourse, it's going to require a lot of patience and discernment, because in the Vedas, they describe eclipses as like the moon or the sun being eaten by a demon. And so it's like it takes away all the lights, all the beauty from the luminary essence, all the vitality. Okay. So I tell people, if they have an eclipse happening over their sun or over their moon, or they're going through Sadhisati or something like that, the sun is the father, the moon is the mother. So just, if you have older parents, watch for them during this time too. Okay. And just make preparations, because if everyone ever comes to me and says, then they want a death chart done, I say, okay, is the person sick? What's going on? Is there a will? Blah, 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 because I don't like to do death charts nilly-willy. And they're like, no, my father is going through this and the family wants to prepare. And I look at the charts and I look at the eclipses and the planets going through Gandanta, and that's the 25th is the day for that. Okay. So that's just, and so is the 8th. So that's just a time to just kind of like, stay grounded despite the stuff that's coming our way, because it's like the
Yes.
luminaries are being quote unquote swallowed by a demon. Okay. So the mantra for Mercury is Om Budaya Namaha. And that's a very simple Nama mantra that you can do, especially if you've got strong Gemini and Virgo placements, because the eclipse is happening in Virgo. Okay. Then we have, this is the eclipse itself. It involves Ketu, Rahu, the sun, the moon, obviously, and it's happening in Hasta. Okay. So basically what this is it's a full moon lunar eclipse. It's at 10 degrees of sidereal Virgo in Hasta. It can bring a lot of deep-seated emotions up. It can bring challenges, revelations that are really urging you for growth and release. There might be some things that come out of the woodwork that make you go, what the heck was that? Okay. So the last time we experienced some of the eclipses was obviously last year. The October one was especially interesting. So you can look back on that to see how it affected you. But look at the house that the eclipse is taking place in. Okay. So like for Marina and I, we have the same ascendant and moon. So this would be 5th house energy. So creativity and children. If you're in the 4th house, it would be real estate and mother. If you're in the 6th house, it would be your daily routine, for example, how you eat, what you're eating. I had an eclipse happen in my 6th house, for example, and I had a gourd that was poisonous, and it was in my 6th house of diet and eating. So stuff like that, just being really paying a lot of attention to that stuff. Okay.
Yes.
You can do meditation, you can do self-reflection, you can seek support from mentors, you can chant mantras, because everything you do during an eclipse is like 10,000 times. So you do one mantra, that's 10,000 mantras. You meditate for a minute, that's 10,000 minutes, okay? Because this is a period of upheaval. So if we use the eclipse's potent energy for renewal, rebirth, like really getting those Vedic remedies or spiritual remedies that you follow out in the open, you can make enormous growth. Okay. So that is during times of intensity and change, it can bring a lot of whoa. But if you're doing a spiritual practice during that, it's enormously beneficial. And I was talking to Marina before the show about this. And if you guys want me to, I can do about a 30-minute mantra practice on the day of the eclipse. I just have it on my altar, and I would be saying all of the stuff, and you can participate. I don't want to do it if I don't think there's going to be enough participation, because it's a very private thing for me to do. And it's, yeah. So if you guys want me to do that, I can. But here is a mantra that you can take with you, whether you join me or not, or I do it or not. I haven't really decided yet. But this is called the Mrityunjaya mantra, and you guys can do this as a remedy during the day. And it's like this. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanan Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanan Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanan Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace peace peace.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. And what that mantra does is it calls on the destructive power of God and to release us from any fear or anxiety, or from the intensity of the planetary energies that take place during eclipses. And it brings in that power of, it's that strength and power of Shiva to help us out. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You know what? Speaking for myself, I would absolutely be interested in something like that. I know that I have shows set up on Monday, the 25th. However, if I can't catch you live, I can certainly catch you on a replay. But I would absolutely, I think that is it's a wonderful way for everyone to kind of deal with some of the stuff that is going to be coming up, right? And so why wouldn't you want to?
Mhm.
right?
Well, a good example is a wonderful friend of mine. He had an eclipse on his birthday this year, and he was like, "What do I expect?" And I'm like, "Well, on the day of the eclipse, don't do anything nuts." And he was just like, this is in October." And he's like, I have an event where I'm being honored." I'm like, "Well, just go ahead and do that." And it went okay. But I said every single time a planet goes over that eclipse point, because, the eclipse happens and then the planets go through
Yeah.
their cycle. And every time a planet goes over that eclipse point, something happens. So he was like, "Oh, I went through the eclipse and everything went great. Everything was fine. I brought my sage. I had my crystals. Everything was wonderful." And I just connected with him last week. He was like, it's like it's the eclipse. So I had an eclipse on my birthday in 2018, went through the same thing. Every time a planet went over that eclipse point, it was like, what the heck was that? It was like, and it was random stuff. It wasn't even people that I knew or that I worked with. It was just out of the woodwork kind of stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah. So just be aware of that. And Ness said that it was in the first house. So watch your health. It's your body.
Yeah.
That's your body. So, and I tell people not to get involved in really large get togethers or things that are going to just invite drama, because that's what eclipses do. And if you have anything in Virgo, sidereal Virgo, this would be in Western Libra, you will be more affected than the other signs. So,
Yeah. Good thing to remember. Yeah. The
mhm.
25th is my son's birthday.
Okay.
So,
Lots of love for your son. Now, this is
yes.
also happening in your fifth house of children. Are you seeing the connection? Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the warning for you. That's spirit literally saying, okay, March 25th, here it comes. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I've already told him that we are going out for his birthday on Sunday, the 24th.
Oh.
And the 25th will be spent just very quietly at home.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, all righty. And thanks, Ness, for gifting another membership. This is wonderful. And all righty. So we do have some questions. So let's get to those. And we'll start with, okay, Annie Hamlet. She would like a message from her mom.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why I'm drawn to these, but all right. Hello, Lightfoot. Hey, Laura Hammond Davis. Nice to see you here. Annie, your mom is saying what you're putting off cleaning a part of the house that you're feeling a little overwhelmed by it. And she's saying, what have I told you in the past year? Just one thing at a time. You only have to move one thing at a time. So, yeah, I'll pull some cards. We'll see. Hey, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. How are you? Nice to see you here. And I don't know if you know it, Sherry, but I think you were just gifted a membership by Ness. So welcome to my channel, Sherry. All righty. And Annie, what else? What else is she saying? Ah, yes. Okay. Self-care. You've got to take care of yourself. Do things that are going to make you happy. And remember that anything that you're doing in the house is you're making your environment more pleasurable to you. Okay. So self-care, self-love, and acceptance. And I think that goes along with that. Yeah. With her saying, just tackle one thing at a time. Yes. Know that you are capable of doing many things, but in order to do them well, tackle one at a time. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And yeah, remember, you are part of the soul family. This is the coven. you know, you've got people around you. So if you ever need anything, just reach out. There are people there who are willing to help. So yeah, mom
Okay.
is mom is very proper. You know, she really is. She's very proper. All right.
Okay. Well, the first card I got for you was Gemini, Annie. And so Gemini is all about communications. And so I said, what's mom trying to communicate? She wants you to get into psychic work if you're not already. I got the high priestess, and she's holding the Torah here. Okay. And it says, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. And I went, so you got psychic stuff in your family? And she goes, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay. And she can see it from the other side. So there's a family, something in your line with that side. We all have a little bit of that, but you're a little more special. So then I got this card. This is my fairy godmother card. It's called the Nine of Summer. And she's holding a beautiful wand over this young woman. And it says, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. The woman behind you is your mother. Okay, that's what she told me. And she's on the other side and she's there to help you. Okay. So then I went to my James von Prague deck that he signed for me. And I went, what is going on here with your relationship with your daughter moving forward? I have become one of your guides. So she's connecting with a team on the other side to help you with your life. And she can reach out and she wants you to reach out to her and connect with her. Okay. So then this was the weirdest reading I ever had because I never pulled these cards because mom was just like this one and then this one. She's she's clear. Like a lot of my guys, they'll give me little symbols or they'll give me little this and they'll give me that. And by the way, I also found a wand in the street the other day. It's still in the package on the ground. Okay. So you got your mother wants to be your fairy godmother from the other side. I mean, look at the image in this card. This is who she wants to be.
Yes.
She wants to surround you with magic. She just wants to envelop you in all of that sparkle. Yeah. Okay. So I went, this is the coolest reading ever. So I said, what should she get into? How can she help the collective? Energy healing. And look what's behind Merlin. An eclipse, which are people that are struggling with emotional imbalances from eclipse energies. Just to let you guys know, the eclipse energies, I try to track how it's going to be handled before it happens by doing what's called, there's something called a prajna. You look at the chart of the time and you look at there's death chart and there's all the kinds. Anyways, long story short, I just pay more attention and I take notes in my journal of abnormal behaviors that I see. I was feeding the crows on the bridge. How do I say this? I call this, he was a man. And he came up to me and started screaming. And then he called the police on me because I was feeding the birds. Okay. And then he like came after my husband and I. And then the next night we had a guy run out of the bushes at us that was on fentanyl. We don't have a lot of drug. We moved to a place that's not really well known for drug use. And so that's eclipse energy. And so I pulled the moon and the fool. The reversed fool for the energy. And I went, it's literally lunacy. The word lunacy is from that. So you can help people with the imbalances and she can help you because you got a bunch of guides on the other side that are like, we got this. Okay. So that was really cool. And then I said, is there anything else that she needs to know? And she pointed to the James von Prague deck again. This is the Talking to Heaven. And my death was painless. Don't worry. Don't hold on to guilt. Okay. She's free of pain. She's excited. She's meeting all of these people on the other side. She's finding out who she is as a soul. And she's going, holy crud. And she wants to help you. She wants to be one of your guides. So I hope that was helpful, Annie, but I'm just really excited for you and mom. I think that's great. I wish I had that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Annie, you know what your task is now. So there you go. Yeah. All righty. And Joyful Journey says, I just heard about another job opportunity. Is this something I should consider?
Ooh. Okay.
I think it might be interesting to consider it sort of just for fun. Mm-hmm. yeah, just to see how far you can get. I don't think that the more that you learn about this position, um, the more that you're going to realize that really it's not totally what you're after, but it's going to give you some ideas. So I think it's going to lead you in a direction that maybe you hadn't thought of. So that's why I'm saying, go ahead, take a look. Go ahead, just get some more information. Yeah, I get poison thorn, low vibrations. So yeah, this isn't the job for you, but it's just going to allow you um, to learn more about what it is that you might want to do. So in that case, it's really good. Book of spells, learn. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Is go in there and you're going to learn. You're going to get much more of an idea of what you want. And then High Priestess. This is leadership. So this is you learning about how to, it almost feels like you're going to learn how to advocate for yourself. And that is a good thing. And take the first step. So, you know what? This almost feels like this is going to lead you into some intuitive areas that maybe you're not quite so sure of that you wanted to do, but I think this is going to clear up some things for you. So yeah, short answer is go ahead, take a look at it, learn from it, but know that this isn't the job for you. This is a way to show you what could be out there.
Awesome. I got the same message, Marina. So I got Libra, meaning weigh your options. Put some stones on both sides of the scale and see which way it falls. Okay. So this is all about coming at the situation with a sense of balance. Okay. And cooperation and how you interact with all of the people in the office. That's the most important thing, because I've done a few readings for you on this, and it's important that you get along with them, because then I got the Lovers reversed. Okay. That's kind of the energy of the card that Marina got with the poison and the rose. So
Yeah.
that just, it's actually a good thing for you to try out, because I got that it could increase your self-confidence a little bit. I got the 8 of Winter, which is you have what it takes if you only believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you're not, a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So coming into this interview can help maybe bolster your confidence a little bit and help you understand maybe oh gosh, okay, they're saying there might be a few revelations that can occur that can help you in the job that you are going to take, okay? Because I got the 4 of Winter, and they're saying just set aside your concerns from now. Take a rest, okay? You can make a decision later, solutions that come from meditation. You just need more sleep. Okay, so spend some time in meditation. One of my favorite cards, in addition to the 4 of Winter, is the 2 of Swords. And in the 2 of Swords, she has her arms crossed like this. And that shows that she's not making the decision with her heart because it's crossed. Okay, and then she can't see anything. So it's basically a blind mentation. So meditation will provide answers for you, and it will also help you move forward there. So take that time out for rest, okay? Once you do that, I got the 10 of Autumn. You'll be able to step into a big, beautiful decision. This is the same as the 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is the happy, fulfilled family life. This is a great money card, because you're not only to provide for yourself, you can provide for others, okay? So it's a wise investment. It's planning for retirement. It's honoring those family traditions, okay? This is the block. I got the 2 of Winter. Okay, that's the 2 of Swords that I see. So indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others, and feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. I was watching Gerald's show earlier today, and he had one of the creators of that come on. God, what was it called? The Tarot of Oneness. And her 2 of Swords were 2 doors. And they were like, there was a glowing light underneath them, but you couldn't see past the door. And there were just a couple of crossed feathers and some crossed keys, and that's all you could see. So it's like you could go through door 1 or door 2, but you don't know what's going on. And neither does spirit, and the guides don't want to tell you either. So if you sit in meditation and you make a decision from a very calm place, you will have the answer that you seek. Okay. And I think that's why Marina got like the study card, like really just kind of, spending time in introspection on that. This is who I see you in the workplace, and this is where you can really shine. I got the inventor. This is such an Aquarian card.
Yeah.
This is a good time to amplify your focus and to clear and purify the space in your world and in your mind to make way for something new. That's why I think I got that Two of Swords energy. It's all about jumping into the unknown, but coming from a very calm and centered place while you do it. So it's not the Fool. The Fool does it without knowing anything because the Fool's ignorant. But the Two of Swords, there's some mentation involved, okay? And that involves meditation. So I think that once you do that, you'll have a lot more clarity. So
Absolutely. And she said, yeah, I thought I should look at it. It's always a good learning experience. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. So, and Froxy Roxy has a comment for you, Miss Michelle. She said, I just have to tell you what beautiful eyes you have.
Oh, thank you.
So expressive and filled with a lot of inner light. Absolutely.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you, Froxy Roxy. Thank you.
Yep. Absolutely. Totally on board with that. Okay. And Barbara Nesper would like to connect with her Aunt Eileen.
When my cards scatter, that's a sign that the spirit is really loud. Or like just they got quite the personality. So I did my first deck, and it was just like the cards shot across the table, and I'm like, okay, all right, Eileen.
Yeah. Yeah. I get an image of, a little woman who was a little overweight, short hair. Tell me if I'm right. She's smoking, and she is looking at people who are kind of looking at her like, what? You want to start something? She's very self-assured, like, yeah, here I am. This is me. Very, very self-aware. And one of the things, Barbara, that she always tried to share with you is stand your ground. When you know you're right, stand your ground. Don't let anyone push you around. That doesn't mean you have to be aggressive. That doesn't mean you start the fight. But hey, if they're going to start it, you're going to finish it. Yeah, that's her. Okay. All right. We'll pull a couple cards and see what gets. Yeah, she's saying don't. This is the mind. Yeah, mind and moss. Stagnation. Don't get into a routine. She's reminding you that she was always on the go. She always had stuff to do. There was always a party that needed her to attend. There was always something outside that needed to be done. She was go. And this woman did gardening with the cigarette hanging out of her mouth. Like, honest to God, she's something else. And yeah, there was a lot of things that, to the grave. She took a lot of her secrets to the grave, and she's letting you know it's you can share yours. It's okay. You can share yours. There is comfort in being able to share them and release them. Because when you do, when you release them, you'll be able to dance, and there will be freedom. So, yeah, she's definitely on your side. She's saying, yeah, go for it. Say what you need to say. Yeah, that's what I got.
That's wonderful. So Barbara, she's got a lot of energy. Okay. So the first card that I picked it was with my karma cards and what you should be focusing on. And I got transformation. This is Pluto. This is like really, really deep level transformation. This is past life stuff. This is this life stuff. She's going to help you try to break up some of the patterns that you've been carrying into this life and in previous lives, because there's a lot of transformation that she sees needs to happen in your life.
Yeah.
from the other side, because they have a much clearer picture there. Just to let everybody know, we're at about, there's a level of energy that we have in the human body. And if I were to put it in a point system, like a rock would have one. Sorry, a tree would have one. It would be like a rock, and then a tree, and you just keep going up in energy. So there are different levels of divine energy in all of us, and the human body in this plane is the highest we can get, and it's an 8. If you're at the highest, it can be between a 7 or an 8. Okay, an 8 would be like a world leader. A 7 would be like a baby soul. Okay. So between a 7 and an 8 is where we all kind of go back and forth. When we go into the spirit, we can go as high as 11. So we can go anywhere from 9 to 11. So it's a huge
Yeah.
jump. She's seeing things from a totally different perspective up there. And she's now looking at the rule book and going, whoops, or, hey, did that right. So that's what happens when we go up there. Okay.
Yeah.
She's bringing up that you've gone through something recently and she's not very happy about it. Okay, Barbara, I'm not going to get into details because she told me, but this is your private life. Okay. I got the betrayal card. I got the 3 of Wings reversed. Now, reverse tells me that you're grieving this. Okay. Grief will threaten to overwhelm even your best intentions. Okay. Your boundaries were violated. Be careful of any irrational behavior from yourself or others around your environments. They may accuse you of coldness or trying to accuse them. You may be uncomfortable with your role in a few positions right now. Hardships can make it really difficult to find happiness or let go of this pain that she showed me. Okay. She's saying get some professional help to deal with some of these issues, especially if you're feeling very overwhelmed. Okay. This is a lot of pain. It's a lot of sorrow. And denying these sorrows in life, it can lead to loss, hostility, and even disease. So she's really, really asking you to really focus on this. So she pointed me toward the type of person that you need to seek to help you with this next phase. Okay. She's got a sense of humor. She goes, she can take him on as a lover if she wants to. And I'm like, that's not professional. And she's like, whatever. Like, okay. I got the King of Shells. Now, I married one of these guys. Okay. So that's why she probably brought it up. But this is an empath. This is an empathic man. Okay. So or a masculine energy, I should say. So you need to understand why really strong feelings have resurfaced now and how to cope with them. Do not repress your emotions. View your life as a work of art, and your art as a work of life is something that's coming through. It's time to experience really deep, long-lasting connections. More contentment in your life is definitely needed. Just being around people that are like more like counselors and friends are important for you. And they're saying only give advice to those who are ready to hear it and act on it. And she said you can study the teachings of a spiritual master or philosopher that you're drawn to. And she goes, and try to visualize the life that you seek, and you will realize it, because that tells me that you are a manifester. Because she said, you've been doing too much. You need to start accepting help from others. I got the 10 of Spring. Okay. This is the same as the 10 of Wands. Okay. That's the guy with all the sticks on his back. And you've been doing too much. So ask for help from others. All work and no playing. You're just being weighed down for all of your responsibilities. You're taking on too much. Okay. And that's kind of from the betrayal. Some of us, we become doers in order to try to ward off the insecurity that comes from these things. And so she goes, don't worry about that. Set aside your concerns. Take some rest. I got the 4 of Winter. So take some time for solitude. Take some time to basically take your concerns and give them to spirit and not worry too much about them, because all that's going to do is amplify the pain. Okay. This is who you can become when you're through this. Okay. And this is who I kind of see you as, and how she sees you from the other side. People who have been through the most trauma become the best healers. I got the healer. You see the pyramid in the background? This is that deep past life stuff. Okay. You and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas before things can be resolved to your liking. So that is the thing that she brought up for me. It's big stuff. It's lots of transformational stuff. It's really digging into those old emotions and breaking up those patterns that are causing you to kind of be drawn to these types of personalities. And she's going to help you with that. And the main message that she left with was, life is a series of choices. Choose love, and choose someone who loves you back, and who respects you back, and who respects your boundaries. Okay. Because that's really, really clear. That way you can be a healer for others as well. Okay. So I'm sending you lots of love, Barbara, and thank you for sharing her with us. She's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alrighty. And we have got Jenny Berlin. I would like to know when my court case will be settled.
Mm.
Oh, and Barbara says, very helpful. Thank you. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Okay, Jenny, when will the court case be settled? Okay. Hey, Lilima. Nice
I
to
got the
see you.
reverse justice card, Marina. I'm just letting you know.
Uh,
I hate it when I get that for a court case. Oh, God. And I got, yeah, okay. I'll stop.
yeah. Yeah, if you're, Jenny, if you haven't gone through discovery yet, yeah, you might need to wait until after discovery to get a little more information. But okay, so I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull from. Okay, I start off with the Empress. So you kind of have everything that you need right now anyway. If you were to walk away from this, you're not really going to lose that much. You're going to come out ahead anyway. This feels like it is. What I'm hearing is, you're going to get your just reward. So it tells me that the case itself may not work out, but you're going to end up being in a much better place with a much higher reward than what you think that you're getting now. I also get the Page of Pentacles, so don't. This is kind of weighing on you emotionally, and yeah, you need to look at the finances and just ask yourself, okay, is this about the money, or is this about making sure that someone takes responsibility for what they did? And if it's they need to take responsibility for what they did, you can't make someone be moral. You can't make someone be something they're not. So I also get the Four of Cups. So it's entirely possible you may need to walk away from this. But if you do walk away from it, don't look at it as a loss, because it's not a loss. What you have gained is so much more than something that you would see as as tangible. 10 of Pentacles, you will ultimately get your reward. It's just going to come in a way different than what you anticipate. That's what I get.
Okay, I got very similar cards, Marina. This is the state that I see you in, Jenny. I got the Queen of Roses reversed. This is the Queen of Wands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She has come to depend on others too much and is unable to free herself with her own efforts. Okay. So this is, how do I say this? She may put on a good act, but she is sick of a very unfortunate situation. Okay. This can stir up some anger, some jealousy by being competitive or confrontational or losing your cool, because this is a fiery queen. Okay. So don't use your charisma and leadership abilities exclusively to further your own interests, because you'll be put in the light of the villain here. Okay. You may, how do I say this? It's going to turn into a power struggle is what they're showing me. Your rival is a narcissist with a superiority complex. You can't beat them because they can't change. And that's what Marina picked up in her cards. This is not someone who's looking to change. Okay. So if you feel a little pushed and resentful, it's because you have a lot of ambition, you have a lot of drive, and this person just put the brakes on. Okay. And this is very, you're upside down here. Okay. So you want to try to get right side up again. Try to be more assertive and less aggressive. Okay. Because then I got justice reversed. I'm so sorry. So you're not going to get everything that you thought you wanted from this case. Okay. Um, I hate to pull this. I pulled it for my own divorce as well, and it wasn't great. All right. So, but I'm here and I'm okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, this is basically avoid or postpone any type of commitments that are asked of you. Don't expect the other person to be faithful or tell the truth. There's a lot of inequality going on. There's a lot of one-sidedness. Both sides are certain they're right. So um, a stalemate's the best that you can kind of hope for. Your emotional commitment to this thing is not going to be reciprocated. Okay, agreements regarding wealth and possessions and their physical attributes and all that stuff. It's not good. All right. So I apologize. And I did. And they said, yeah, it's sapping her strength. So spending time out for self-care, going on walks by the water was very calming and good for me. I would go and I would find a friend, which happens to be my husband now. And he would go on walks with me and he would just like, let me talk it out. Let me talk it out because the stuff that was happening to me, it was clearly karmic. I was paying it back. It was nothing that I did in this birth, but I needed apparently to pay that back. And it was not easy. Okay. This is what it turned me into. And I got the same card for you. I got the Queen of Winter. This is the same as the Queen of Swords. Okay. She's strong. She's patient. She is self-sufficient and she's funny. Like whenever crazy stuff happens to me, people are like, why are you laughing about it? And I'm like, because it's so ridiculous. It's like so over the top that you can't stop but laugh. It's like stuff doesn't get to you as much because you're like, been there, done that, and got the badge, you know? So let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career and unmarried or divorced individuals is what this is. Okay. I'm one of them. I'm here. I'm great. Remarried, much better this time. Okay. So here's what they're saying that you're caught up in. I got the 9 of Winter, and Marina touched on this too. This is a bit of a nightmare situation, okay? But the good thing about the 9 of Winter is a lot of the worries that you have are illusions, okay? Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. The word I have for this is called catastrophization. I learned it in therapy. And it's when we take all of the things that we think that can go wrong in a situation and we try to prepare for them. And it will drive you nuts. Okay. So I'm an overthinker. I've got planets in every air sign. Okay, so I'm right here with you here, all right? You might be feeling the eclipses a little more because you're going through some stress right now, so take out time for self-care, introspection, things like this. This is the message from your guides, and they really, really want you to pay attention to this, okay, Jenny? Protect the fruits of your labors, protect your money, especially if you're in a job right now. I literally could not have any money in the bank when I was going through my divorce, and basically, I cashed the checks at the bank. I got a storage unit and I put it in a safe in the storage unit. I'm not kidding you. I had to do that to keep my husband out of my accounts because he would just walk into the bank and take it and they'd let him do it. And this was after the divorce. So it was insane. So protect your stuff. And all he has to do is bring in a marriage certificate and not a divorce one. He can pull this stuff. I'm not kidding you. Okay. I'm not saying that that's what you're going through, but that's what people can do. Okay. So protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. So just being aware of your environment and taking care of your finances, because if you get in and around narcissistic individuals, whether it's a business partnership or a marriage or a family situation, they can't be depended on. Okay. They will break the law. All right. They don't understand karma yet. They're new. Okay. So then I got Goddess of the New. This is what they're asking you to step into. Use this gift when you're worried or anxious. Okay. These feelings are usually caused by our attachment to a particular outcome or wanting to know exactly how things are going to turn out. This tells me you got some air in your chart. Though oracles can predict events with enough clarity to be helpful, we have the power to change our future. How many of your past worries never came to pass? So again, with the catastrophization, I got multiple cards showing that. We want to get this beautiful Queen of Roses right side up. We want her assertive and passionate and moving and shaking and doing amazing things in the world. And someone took the wind out of your sails. And what they're asking you to do is just have faith in that future that you can't see, move forward and protect yourself and build boundaries. That's what the Queen of Swords is all about. She takes everything that she's learned, all of that pain, and she turns it into, a way to protect her castle in the future. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Jenny.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of as as Michelle was reading, yeah, what I kept getting is that the person or the people that you are dealing with in this lawsuit, they are going to tell the story their way, regardless of what you do, regardless of what you bring to the table. They are going to stick to what it is that they want to get out there. So it reminded me very much of, and I'll share it with you. It was a joke that I heard, but it kind of puts it all together. All right. A couple is driving home late Friday night. The husband is driving. All of a sudden, there's police lights behind them. They pull over, and the police officer approaches the husband and says, "I need to see your driver's license and your registration. Did you realize you were speeding back there?" And the husband says, "Oh, no, I wasn't. I'll have you know, I was not." And the officer said, "Yeah, well, sir, this is a 50-mile-an-hour zone and you were doing 73. "No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't." And the officer said, "Look, could you just hand me the driver's license?" And the guy is arguing, and the wife leans over and says, "Officer, there's no use trying to argue with him when he's been drinking."
Oh,
So no matter what you say or do, they're going to have things their own way. The sooner that you can recognize that and say, "You know what? I know what happened. I know what's going on. The only one that you have to please is yourself," and walk away. Do not try to defend yourself from someone who is not willing to listen. So you're a better person than that. Yeah.
that's a
I
great
hope that.
story.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And we have got Colleen. And Colleen says, "I recently moved back to my hometown home after following my dream to the beach, but I've had so many challenges here. I come back to buy a home here. Any messages?" Oh, you came back to buy a home there.
Getting a lot of court cards. Holy cow.
Yeah. Okay, Colleen, there's a reason that you wanted to go back home, and that was there's something there that you needed to do or you needed to prove to someone. I think you've done that. And the reason that it doesn't feel comfortable or it doesn't feel like the right place is because it's not the right place. Your memories are based on something that may or may not really resonate with you. So it kind of what I'm hearing is you can never go back. So, maybe you were meant to visit for a little while and you did that. Hold on. I've got, yeah, Queen of Cups. There was something you needed to go back and you needed to talk to someone. You needed to have a feeling come up that you could examine, that you could deal with. I think that you've done that. So it's maybe it's time to kind of have a good chat with yourself and with spirit and say, "Okay, why am I really here? Why did I come back? What do I really have to prove? And do I really need to prove anything to anyone?" Yeah, eight of Pentacles. You've worked very hard to get to where you are. You're the only one that you need to please. Other people can see what you've done, but you've done this for yourself. You didn't do it for them. So don't let them in um, on your abundance at the moment, right? Hangman, see things from a different perspective and be willing to look at things in a different way and recognize that sometimes you can't go home again. And yeah, you're the Empress. You're the successful one here. You've done what you need to. And I think that there's other places that you can go. Yeah, your Page of Swords, you're looking for a little more stability. And this, the hometown isn't really offering that. So I would say if spirit is telling you that it might be time to move on, it might be time to move on. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, I got very similar cards. So I got that you went through what I call in astrology a Gandanta. A Gandanta is a spiritual knot between fire and water signs. In this case, it's between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Okay, we just went through these Gandantas over the winter, over the Christmas season. So Scorpio is the house of transformation. It's rebirth, it's death, rebirth. Okay, and then Sagittarius is headed into something new. Now, the beauty about Sagittarius, and the reason this is a Gandanta, is if you look at the archer, his arrow is pointed at the heart of the scorpion. He kills it. Okay. So he kills what is old to make room for the new. And that's what you're being asked to do, because I got ninth house, get out in the world, expand. Okay. And that's ruled by Sagittarius. And so he killed the scorpion. Okay. He's the he got over that, Herculean, I can't even say it, Herculean efforts. Herculean
Yes.
efforts. And he's ready to move on, right? He's ready to expand and show you the world. I got that this is kind of I got a lot of court cards around you. Okay. The first card I got was the King of Roses. Okay. This tells me that you need to try to make a very detailed map-like plan of the dynamics that you want to see for your next place that you want to live. It doesn't have to be that beach. It can be another beach. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You will find stability if you seek it for yourself, is what they're saying. But you need to find a place that's very dynamic, a place that's going to open doors to a lot of different venues for you. And I don't feel like this is the place. You need a better situation than you experienced in the past. Because the next card I got was for this place just in general is the Six of Roses reversed. This is the reversed victory card. Okay. A setback will occur if you've only been kind of thinking about the things that Marina talked about earlier. So contemplating these past losses can help you prepare for future challenges that I see coming. Okay. They're also saying that there might be someone in your environment that's using flattery or manipulation. So beware of phonies in and around the environment. You can also be overly dependent on another person and don't believe you can stand on your own 2 feet if you stay in the environment. So there's like a codependency vibe there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow this to lead you to take an action that you would never normally take, because this is based on old patterns and self-sabotaging behavior, because that's the reverse victory card. Okay. This is what I see coming your way. This is all good stuff. I got the King of Spring. This is the same as the King of Wands from another deck. So you got a double here. He's innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. This could either be you or someone in your environment that you need to connect with. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter for your cause. So there will be someone that comes out of the woodwork once you kind of step down from this energy. Then I got the Prince of Summer. Okay. This is romantic, captivating, romantic, flirtatious, the same as the Page. Okay. I think Marina pulled this card too. Being swept off your feet, falling in love suddenly, a need to stay grounded, a very emotional experience. And you notice that he's riding a dandelion here. He's not grounded. So what this tells me is this situation made you feel ungrounded and you are reacting to that. Pay attention to that feeling. She pulled Queen of Cups for you. That tells me that you have some great intuition there, some empathy that can help you through the situation. And this is what's holding you back. I got the Two of Winter. So indecision, making a choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others is what's most important in this decision. And some of our past life stuff it brings up all of that conditioning. Okay. So you might be feeling trapped between the intellectual and the spiritual. Know that stepping into the new is what's best for you right now. And that when I get that you've already moved through the Gandanta, that's probably the challenges that you were referencing in your question. So in moving forward, you can open the doors for new opportunities and venues, but you've got to put your needs first and not rely on the manipulation of others to make that decision for you. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Colleen.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Lalima would like to get a reading on career Out of all the new options coming, could I get a reading in career out of all the new options that are coming towards me? Okay. And we are, excuse me, 59 minutes. Are you okay
Yeah,
for time?
I am. I booked it all for you.
Okay. Wonderful. Excellent. So I think after this one, we might have 4 or 5 questions left. So we'll try to get to them.
Sounds good.
And okay. Little get a read
Oh,
on
wow.
career. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So whatever challenges and the cards here are are kind of funny. Okay. I start off with the 8 of Swords, Malima. So that this indecision is something of your own making. It's not like that this isn't a circumstance that just happened or whatnot. This is you're putting obstacles in your own way.
Yes.
Yeah. So the one of the things that you can do, and you'll notice on this card, is there are no obstacles in front of her. They're all behind her.
Yep.
All she has to do is just release a little of that bond and take the blindfold off, and she could walk right into the future. So don't don't stand in your own way. Don't put roadblocks where there are no roadblocks. I get the Knight of Swords, and this is it's a shift in finances, a shift in jobs. So you may be looking at alternatives to what it is. You need to be a little clear on what it is that you want. I also get the Death card, and in this case, and in all cases with the Death card, it does not mean a death. It just means you have to let go of something in order for something new or better to come in. You can't, it's like when you clean your closet and you finally get it to the point that you like the way everything is, you make a deal with yourself and you say, okay, if I go shopping and I buy a new shirt, one of the ones that's already in the closet has to go. Right. So that's kind of what you need to do. So let go of some of the old stuff that you've been carrying with you, and know that with this job shift, you're going to have an opportunity to do some new things. Okay. I also get the Knight of Pentacles, and this is your future is looking bright. Just you're going to be able to be successful financially. Just get out of your own way. Don't put roadblocks where there are none. There you go. Yeah. That's what I got.
Okay, Miss Lalima. So the one that you're thinking about, no. Okay, this is a no card. I got the South Node. This is Key 2. This is also a past life card. Okay, so this tells me there's some past life stuff and some past life in this life stuff that's affecting your decision. I got the 8th house of transformation. So you're going through a bit of an upheaval here, some death and rebirth. This is literally my death and rebirth card, and that's what Marina basically just told you, okay? So you're going to have to rise up like a phoenix out of this, okay? Because there's a lot of options on the table. The most important thing that your guys are pointing out is that there's a need for balance. This is the Temperance card. Okay, so it's take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So you need to come from a very balanced place before making a decision. I always bring up the illusion of the merry-go-round. You want to be in the center of the merry-go-round, not on the outside where everyone's going, and freaking out. You want to come from a very calm and centered place.
Yeah.
So I asked, what is causing the indecision here and the imbalance that I'm seeing? There's something about the past and your childhood that's affecting this. I got the 6 of summer. Okay. And you can see the 2 children here. So children of childhood, a return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light and what than they really occurred. So being real with the way that you were raised, being real with what you want your future to look like. So you need to marry your past and your future before you're able to make a better decision in your present. Okay. Because you're being pulled in both directions is what they showed me. And there's something from your childhood that's blocking this. Okay. It's a pattern. All right. So then I went to my creativity oracle. I got the limits card, limits and boundaries.
Oh,
Not in that 6 of summer or cups energy. Okay. So releasing some of those habits is what's really key right now. Then I got the habits card just to like double down on this. And it literally says, examine habits that may impede pathways to your goals and encourage beneficial ones. One woman is paying attention, the other one isn't. Pay attention. Okay, that's what they're asking you to do. You're acting out of habit is what they're showing you. And they're trying to take that they're trying to expunge that because it's limiting your possibilities for even bigger future. Okay. Okay. So then I got the 3 of gems. Okay. This is literally, it says work on the bottom of it. Okay. This is good. You're going to be blessed in this area. They're saying to accept invitations that are really supportive of your career and your ambitions, just yours. Okay. Mutual support from others will help you grow stronger, and you need to be more cemented in your career before taking on a love interest because they're saying that you may end up working with the person that you love. Okay. It's possibly owning your own business is what they're showing me. Because when I pull this card, this shows me a couple or a team of people that's working really well together. And it's not just intellectual, it's emotional. Okay. So that's just something that could be coming on the horizon for you, which I like, but you have to focus on the career first and your needs first, because there's some patterns from a past life where you put other people first and it messed up what you were supposed to do, your dharma. Okay. I went to my art of affirmations. I got the boundaries card. I make boundaries and respect them. No one has the right to trample on your words, feelings, or personal space, no matter how close to you or how well intended they are. Be respectful of the rights of others. You have the right to be alone. Don't let anybody push you into something that you're not ready for. Okay. Set some boundaries moving forward. And that includes setting boundaries for you too. And then another card came out, and it's the I am a child. So there's some inner child work that you need to do, some shadow work here, okay? Because that's what's causing some of the indecision. That's 3 cards with children. So the child you were still lives within you, and she needs to play. She needs to feel secure. I breathe in the innocence of a child's mind that sees all things for the first time. I am filled with a childlike joy and a zest for life. I breathe out the illusion of age. So think about who you were as a child and what you wanted in life, and come from a heart space when you do this. And that can help you kind of sort through these emotions. You might need to seek professional counseling or someone that can help you root out the pain that I see there and to kind of work through and heal that area. And that's going to help you set appropriate boundaries and make better decisions for yourself and your future. Okay. But I see that there's a lot of very opinionated and strong people around you. And your task in this birth, because you've been given so many gifts, is to stand in your own light.
Yep.
Okay. And not let other people push you out of the limelight or put you in a limelight that they think looks better on you. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, Lima.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lalima, just one of the best things that you can maybe take away from all this is you have every right to listen to someone else's opinion and say, oh, thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk away. Doesn't mean you have to follow it. Just thank you for sharing that. Hope that is helpful, my friend. Okay. We have, all right. I'll tell you who we have. I have Lightfoot, Tiffany, Joe. J.O.
Okay.
Lightfoot, Tiffany, and Joe. So if you can let me know if you are here, yeah, then we'll take those. Yes, Ness. Yeah, water off the back. That was, yeah, totally. So Lightfoot, if you're here.
Nope.
Okay, Tiffany is here. Oh, Lightfoot is still here. Perfect. And Tiffany is here. Okay, so then Joe, J.O. is the last one that we need to hear from. So Lightfoot is message from my guides. All right. You're welcome, Lilima. Yes, sorry, Sarkish, you did. Yeah. We've been on for right now, it's an hour and 9 minutes. So, yeah. And like message from my guides. If you get something, go ahead.
A lot of sixes.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, and Joe is here. Excellent. All right. So, Lightfoot, you're in the process of making a decision, and I think that you've kind of been putting it off, waiting for things to get better. They're not going to get better. You need to consider kind of what your next steps are, but you really look at just walking away. All right, because this isn't your first rodeo. You've been down this road before. You kind of know the way that this goes. You've tied yourself to someone who is they're not really who they present that they are. They're kind of a very, very young, immature kind of personality. They always mean to do better. They always promise to do better. They always want you to take a chance and believe in the, they want you to see the vision the way that they see it, even when it's not based on reality. So, what the cards are saying is it may be time for you to walk away. So what I got was the devil. This is, kind of tied in with someone who you're not really feeling connected to. This is almost like an obligation. Like, I'm damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, I've spent so much time on this relationship that, I'm not about to start over. Okay. But Page of Wands, this is an immature personality. It's someone who is very kind of, they're always looking for something new. They're always looking for that next opportunity. They never really finish anything. Okay. And yeah, very, very fool-like in that they believe their own hype. Yeah, they're selling you the dream. All right. You really, really, you need to walk away from this. It's not going to get any better, no matter how much you want to believe in them, no matter how much you want to do all the things that they're asking you to do. It's, yeah, 8 of Cups. It's time to walk away. It's time to say, no, you know what? I've done this before. It doesn't mean that I hate you. It doesn't mean that I wish anything ill for you. It just means that I can't do this anymore. So I send you away with light and love, but I send you away. So that's what I got. And Dolores, questions are closed, so we're not taking any more questions, but thank you for asking. All right.
Okay, Lightfoot. So the first card I got was the Six of Gems. This tells me that you're very generous and kind. Okay. The good that you have done will come back to you in many ways, including through the actions of people that are able to reciprocate. Okay. So you want someone in your life that is in total agreement with you, given your financial matters and goals. There needs to be a kind of mutual sharing of all things that mark love. Okay. So if you're able, give those to less fortunate. The best time to do that would be during the eclipse, if you can. If you are in need, ask and it will be given to you. But try to look on the bright side of life. Okay. Be thankful for everything you have. Count your blessings, especially if you have good health and a little love right now. Okay. Because I did get the reverse joy card. Okay. And I think that's kind of maybe what Marina was picking up on. This is my card for childish behavior. Okay. Conflicting attitudes on relationships that are preventing you from trying to find true love or stability. Okay. This is also my card for like triggered nostalgic memories of childhood that cause difficulties, dwelling in the past, things like that. So, spending time in the past, focusing on lost friendships and innocence is kind of counterproductive to you right now. Focusing on people from your past that have caused you heartache is also unproductive. It's just like going to add more anxiety to your life. So they're saying basically you're not taking out enough time to have fun. Okay. So balance work with play is the main thing that they're asking you to do. Okay. Because I hate when I get that upside down joy card. That's no fun. I asked the reason for this. I got Virgo. That's where the eclipse is happening. So look to see, and Virgo is the 6th house, and these are both 6 cards. Okay. So this is the house of your daily routine, of your health, of karma that you were paying back. It's an acute house, So if I see like planets there, for example, it's usually things that are they're not as bad as the 8th or the 12th, but they're part of our habits or our daily routines that need to change. Okay, because that's what's attracting some of the energy that's leading to this instability that I'm seeing. I asked what was causing this, and I got the Fool. I got the Dreamer. Okay, this is someone who's not really taking responsibility for their actions. Okay. But it does say embrace your true purpose, bring on a new adventure, and trust yourself. So I think that that's important moving forward. And I love the little dog sit high in this card too, because I love the Fool's dog, and the original writer, my dog looks just like it. So that's something that kind of stood out to me. Okay. Now, this is what they recommended that you do to kind of get yourself out of this a little bit. I went to my creativity oracle, and the first card I got was originality. This is literally a leopard dressed as a flamenco dancer playing, I forgot what they're called. It's like a wooden, you take a wooden stick and you like,
yeah.
It's that. Yeah. So this is a very original photo. Okay. Feel light-hearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. Okay. So use your originality, because that's important, to explore, because I got the Explore card and he's waiting for his ships to come in there. Okay. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. So this tells me you can really trust yourself. You have the originality to explore. This will bring you into innovation. Okay, I love the little kitty in this card. Have fun experimenting, inventing something that surprises and has never existed before. Okay, so that'll bring out that inventive part of you. And then they're saying recycle stuff you've learned from the past. And Marina went over that quite a bit. Okay. Learn from the past and apply it to creating a vision of your future. That's going to bring forth the originality, the exploration, the innovation, and then recycling. So those are the things that you can do to kind of push through this stagnant energy that I'm seeing. There's someone in your environment that's funny and they want you to to call this person, have lunch, do something with them. Go get your feet done. Whatever. Yeah. So I got the humorist. She's got a little fountain for a hat. She's fun. And I literally saw you sitting down and just laughing your bum off. You were having belly laughs with this person. A refreshing joy, exhilaration, and skills learned from creative play and laughter are their own reward and can help you solve this problem. So getting your joy back, I think, is the most important thing, because that's what's missing in all of this. Once you have that back, you're going to be able to make better decisions and come from a place of generosity and peace, and you're going to attract that right back to you. Okay, so don't suffer fools, darling. All right, move on. Take that beautiful wisdom, recycle it, and use it to help you build a brighter future. Okay, sending you lots of love. I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Perfect. Absolutely. Thank you. And Marby apparently asked a question before and I missed it, totally missed it. So Marby is a member and she gets to jump to the top of the queue. So you guys be patient. Yeah. And now, Marby, can you let me know what your question was? Just so that I don't miss it. Okay, hi everyone.
Like, but I don't suffer fools. I work at Walmart.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're a very patient person.
Yeah. Okay, Marby says, may I have a general reading? Okay, all righty. Yeah.
Ooh, you got some blessings coming. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Marby, general reading. General. What's coming?
Ooh.
Marby, you're going to be making some decisions.
Yeah, I'm getting the same cards. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of energy coming Marby's way.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's almost like there's been something going on that's been weighing on you a little bit, and you've kind of looked at it every which way, and you're at the point that you're saying, okay, you know what, enough, no more. I get the Page of Swords. This is either a young person, a new type of energy, something that is a little immature, a little demanding in terms of no, look at me, okay. And it could also be maybe even an immature relationship, but you're at the point that you've said, okay, no, enough. You're about to make a judgment. You're about to make a decision, and you've given this a good deal of thought. So it's not like you're just acting out of nowhere. I think you're deciding that there are some things that you need to walk away from, and there are some energies that are no longer serving you, that you kind of you might want to take them out of your life. Okay. When you do that, what happens is, that 10 of Cups, you are much happier. Life is much happier. Things work out a whole lot better because now you're not putting your energy into something that is taking everything that you're ready, willing, and able to give. And it, you're just able to concentrate a little more on that. And she said, yes, my mom is in the hospital with heart disease and it's very hard. Yes. Yeah. I think that things are going to work out, and there's new things coming in, new projects coming in. So that could very well be, maybe you're getting help from other family members. There's new ideas, but there are some things that you're just going to have to recognize that there's nothing you can do about. So, once you get to that point, once you realize that there's not a whole lot that you can do, and you're able to call in help from either other family members, especially other family members, I think that things are going to turn out much, much, much better. And yeah, bottom of the deck, I have strength. You got this. You have no idea how strong you are until your strength is called on. Yeah. Oh, Marby. Yeah. As a fellow Libra, yes, sometimes it is a little hard to decide. But you know what? We look at all angles. Once we decide, or at least for myself, when I make a decision, that's it. I've made the decision. I've thought about it. I've made the decision. So that's what I get for you, Marby.
Okay, Miss Marby, thank you for letting me know you're a Libra, and Marina is too in Western. Uh,
Yeah.
that's where the eclipse is hitting inside. That's where the eclipse is hitting. Okay, so you're going to have to just be aware of that. Okay, eclipses can cause they remove the vitality from the luminaries, and this next one's hitting the moon. Okay, so just be aware of that. The moon represents the mother. So if possible, do what you can beforehand to prepare and do everything that you can to stabilize the situation with the family. I did get Jupiter. This is a good, that is good stuff's coming your way. This is my Santa Claus card. Okay. This is
Oh,
good things are coming your way. Okay. No, he is. Every time he goes over a planet, I'm like, oh, come on, come on. I love, and yeah, I know. I love it when Jupiter goes over any of my planets because it's just like, yes. So he's wonderful. All right. So that's a great card to get. All right. Okay, you're a real Sky Libra Lightfoot. So you got hit by the eclipses last year and the year before. Okay. So we moved into the Virgo eclipses October 30th to 31st. So they were hitting Libra before that for 18 months. So all right. So the cards that I got for you to move forward in this situation, Marby, was I got cooperation. That's working with your family members. I got courage, which is the same as strength. Okay. I got you're going to evolve from this situation and you need to take the preparations that are necessary. So the first card, cooperation. This is the whole family getting around mom. Okay. Your goal can benefit by surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Do not try to do this on your own, emotionally, mentally, physically. Really, really rely and cooperate with your family members through this process. That's key. Have courage as you're going through this. Okay. Have the courage to see the lessons in all situations and face them constructively. You might have to be brave for a family member that is having trouble handling this. Okay. Especially one that's a younger soul. Then I got that this is going to teach you to evolve. Now notice that the moon and the sun are together. That's a new moon. All right. That's what we have coming up on the 25th. And there's Saturn there. Creative ideas evolve out of invisible and profound nothingness of proverbial consciousness. So use this situation to help you evolve yourself, evolve your consciousness a little bit. And you'll be able to do that if you stand from a point of strength and courage. And then I got preparation. Okay. Luck comes most often to the person in the place where preparation and opportunity and skill meet. When I saw this could be preparations, but the family needs to make as well. Okay. So, but this is also a lucky card. All right. So you can rely on that. The main energy that I got is that you have everything that you need to be successful. I got the Magician. This is a wonderful card to get. Miracles can happen. He's literally radiating with power as he hangs the sun in the sky. Okay. So this is a very good card. Just they're saying try to take a few deep breaths and try to see what you would like to see in your mind's eye, and try to use this to affirm your dreams and your hopes and your wishes for the future that you would like to see, because you will be you may need to personally manipulate a few things to make your desires a reality by making a bold step. I think that's why we got the strength in that courage card. Okay. I did get kind of the energy that you are in the whole situation. I got the empath. I got the Queen of Shells. So this is a very intuitive, almost counseling type of personality. She's very sympathetic to the issues that we have with human frailty and being in these human bodies. And you're a really good shoulder to cry on, but only offer advice unless it's specifically requested, is what they're saying. So there could be people coming at this from a different perspective. Okay. So just be very kind and compassionate. That's truly the only spiritual way to live anyway. So share your knowledge about tolerance, about humility, You're a sensitive, intuitive dreamer. You can act on your dreams. You can show kindness. You can show faith. You can show forgiveness. Articulating deep feelings can be hard for some. You can help them through some of the, if you're able to lean on like astrology or anything metaphysical during this time, that or any type of ancient wisdom, that can bring a lot of truth to the situation as well. All right. Because the last card I got was the Three of Gems reversed. And what this kind of tells me, this is the work reversed card. So there might be a little bit of triangulation going on with the situation. How do I say this? Use caution when it comes to your work and your efforts moving forward. Be careful not getting overly involved in this situation, and just come in with the attitude of the empath that I just pulled, okay? And the children in this situation, they need to know that the adults are happy and secure. That's really big, okay? And if you're not, then they need to do something about it. So no weird infighting or anything like that is what they're showing me.
Yes.
This could also be your workplace, is what they're showing. There might be an imbalance there. Yeah, this is kind of a 2 for card is what they just showed me. All right, there are 2 goddesses that came forward just to end this. I got Unag, easy does it. Okay, there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring with perfect timing. I think that's why I got the reversed work card. It's just let things flow, let things come, easy does it. Let things come as they come. And then I got the Guardian. So you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. I love this card of Artemis because look where she's pointing the arrow. She's not aiming for the deer.
Yeah.
Okay. She's aiming to protect the deer. Okay. So she's protecting the fire, which represents the family and the deer. So that's something that is in and around you and your family right now that you can hopefully take some comfort from. But I'm sending you lots of love. I'm so sorry to hear mom's in the hospital, but no, but spirit is with you and protecting you and your family. Okay, Marby, and your beautiful empathy can definitely help the situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Marby. Okay, and we have got Tiffany. She would like a message from great-grandfather William. He has been around me lately, and I'm wondering what he is trying to get my attention for. Okay. What is he trying to tell you? What I'm getting is he's just coming in to say hello. He's just coming in to let you know that things are okay, not to worry so much. That things are actually a lot better than you think they are. When he comes around, he wants to remind you to stay calm. You got this. He's got this. Your family on the other side they're there for you if you ever need them. You can call on them. And he's just saying it's okay. It's fine. And I'm getting, if this has got something to do with one of your kids, and I don't know if you have kids or not, but it's like he's kind of pointing me to one of the kids and is saying, look, yeah, they're going through something right now, but they'll work it out. It's okay. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't put too much pressure on them. No kids. Okay. Then yeah, whatever is coming your way, you can handle. It's like you're putting a lot of pressure. Yeah, a lot of pressure on yourself. 9 of Cups. This is the happy merchant. Just remember where you come from. Remember all the work that you have put into things, and don't be so hard on yourself. You're being very emotional at the moment with the Ace of Cups, in that you're expecting. Okay, you've been wanting kids though. All right, so your kids are going to come, when you relax and stop trying so hard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of emotion. It's like, every month you're kind of looking at the calendar going, no, I don't, I don't want anything to happen this month. Um, and then you kind of beat yourself up when it does, right? Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. I think that the reason that he is coming around is he's letting you know, the Chariot, things are going to come in pretty fast. Let go of your expectations. Yeah, just say, all right, you know what? It'll happen when it's going to happen. It's not going to happen a moment before. He's letting you know that get yourself a little dog. If you don't have any pets, get a dog. Get a little dog. Something that you can dress up and that you can love and that you can put all your attention to. And don't worry about the rest. They're working on it on the other side. Perfect timing. That's when it's going to happen. Yeah, that's what I've got.
Well, I was wondering what this was about because I got Jupiter in the North Node, and this normally creates what's called a Guru Chandala Yoga in a person's chart. And what that means is Rahu is the demon that like we all struggle with. We all have one. It's our North Node. It's why we keep coming here. And Jupiter is the guru. He is the only one who can control Rahu effectively. And so I was like, maybe she's getting like a new spiritual teacher or something. And then you mentioned kids. Jupiter represents children in a woman's chart as well as the husband. And so Rahu's a big yes card. So yes to the kids. I mean, you may have a child if you do it in the right timing. I can predict the best time to get pregnant. If you want to get a session with me, I do something called an Ishtaka reading, and I look at what's going on in your chart and what the best times to have a baby. Okay, so that's something I offer. I got victory. So this is a big yes card. That's a big, you're a winner. Okay. If you're asking about whether or not this is possible, it's a big yes. It's a big blaze of glory card. Okay. It involves parties, celebrations, the spotlight on you, appreciating happy times. If you're feeling, this is about the decision of your future, keep in mind that, it's going to happen. Okay. Just be sensitive to the people that might be a little jealous. Okay. Know that your path to success can make you a more caring person. So that's how well it's going to be. All right. So that's some good news there. I got the 8 of shells reversed. Okay. This is there needs to be more awareness given your physical, mental, or emotional sacrifices that are involved in what you've asked about. I think that's why Marina got the moon card. It's just, you're being really emotional about this. Okay. If you feel like this is a precarious time infused with doubt and pessimistic thoughts, they're kind of asking you to step away from that. If there's too much imbalance or sacrifice going on, walk away from those things. What else? Letting go or moving on is scary, but if you're continually giving more than you're getting, you need to find a more worthy cause. Okay, this is involving something in your life right now, so don't be surprised if you might have to drop something because it's someone in your environment is not sacrificing things in equal measure, is what they're showing me. Okay. That's the main energy that I see. Okay. Then this is good news. I got the Prince of Roses. Okay. So I think this is the energy that I get from Grandpa. Okay. This is a fire sign, usually. This is a very passionate person. And you can probably tap into his energy in meditation. And you can do so by looking at a flame. I just got that. Okay. So that's something that you can do. And coming from the calm center of your heart space is what they're showing me. So focusing on your heart chakra and looking at a flame and coming from a very calm place can help you tap into his energy. But he's very enthusiastic. He's open-minded. He brings in fresh energy. He is Okay. He's very action oriented. Okay. So he's saying be proud of yourself and your reputation. He was a pioneer in the choices that he made, and he's encouraging you to be one too. He says take calculated risks. Okay. This card is a big green light for developing a venture on your own. Okay. So don't look back. It's time to start fresh, try some trendy things, and spend time with new people that really stimulate you, because that's what he's showing you to do, because he was not a guy who was afraid of most anything. And the prince tells me he might have been a little youthful. Okay. So he was Scottish and had a fiery personality from what I've been told. Yeah, that's what I got from him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got the Chariot, same as what Marina did, and then I got the Eight of Cups reversed. So he wants you to walk away. Just drive your horses away from that situation. I got the same cards, and I pulled them at the same time that she said the
Yeah.
Chariot, and I just started laughing. So this is what I'm going to end with. I got the Eight of Winter. Okay. So you have what it takes only if you believe in yourself. And this is a message from him. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence will keep you from getting what you want. So you're trapped in your own illusion. Okay. But know that it's an illusion. It's not reality. And then I got the Six of Winter. This is my moving to a better place card. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, travel or relocating. So if you're thinking about relocating, traveling, going somewhere, Spirit supports that that venture right now as well. But overall, great guy. I mean, just yeah, he definitely has that fiery personality. He's very action oriented, and he's encouraging you not to come from coming to a place of fear. He wants you to stand in your truth. Goddess of truth, and she's got a ship on her head. Okay, so again, not afraid to explore, not afraid to get out in the world. I appreciate all that I have and have accomplished. This is a very fiery card. Use this gift when you notice yourself being envious or resentful of others. If you think negatively towards those who have what you believe you lack, children,
Yes.
you will program your subconscious mind to prevent you from becoming one of them. So there's the block. Okay. Know that they too have sacrificed and worked for what they have. Admire them for their accomplishments. So don't get jealous of any of your friends that have children, okay, or anything like that. All right. Because that could hold you back. That pessimism can keep things from going. All right. I hope that was helpful, and all the best of luck to you. Great guy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And thank you for being so patient and waiting for so long, Tiffany. Yeah, I hope that I hope you find that beneficial. And Joe, finally, persistence pays off. We get to Joe. We're an hour and 41 minutes in. Thank you, Joe. And yeah, she says, when will they? All right. And still able, could I get one for when they'll figure out, or I will get past these long COVID symptoms? They're tearing me up, have lost over 50 pounds, which did need to be lost. But yeah, no, that's not the way you want to lose them. So yeah, totally get that. I sympathize with anyone who has those long COVID symptoms, because yeah.
I'm a unicorn. I have yet to get it. I
Nice.
know.
Yeah. I've had COVID twice.
Ugh.
The first time, both my son and I caught it at the same time, and it was right at the beginning. And it was literally within 3 or 4 days of both of us going for the flu shot.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, when we started not to feel good, we thought, well, yeah, of course, we just had the flu shot. Naturally, that's what it is. And it wasn't until, it just kind of lingered on and we were getting a little sicker and sicker that we decided, well, and because it was at the beginning, that's when they had all the, well, at least up here, drive-through clinics where you could literally, you set up a time and you could go in. You drove into this what was warehouse that was set up with different nursing people, and you got your throat swab and whatnot. and you left, didn't get out of the car. And I think it was the following afternoon that both of us got a text message saying you tested positive for COVID.
Oh
You are
no.
now isolating for 5 weeks.
Oh,
5 weeks. And we both went, huh?
oh
We didn't
no.
get groceries. Like, what are we going to do? Yeah. So, yeah, got it. Got it twice, but got also got the vaccine too. And, with the boosters and whatnot. So the
Oh my
second time
goodness.
around, yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you're okay because we didn't know
Yeah,
what that was when it first hit. That was
I
scary.
know. Yeah, I know. Um, Joe,
Well, I got good cards for Joe.
go for it. Go for it. I'm
So
still
I got the second house of this is normally savings, but in Vedic astrology, it also represents what we eat. Okay, it's our resources, our material resources.
okay.
So paying attention to what you're eating, what you're drinking. I suggest keeping a journal. And what I do, because I have a lot of issues in this department, is I create a journal of trigger foods, things that make me feel sick or ill, because COVID might have messed with your immune system in a little way or your gut bacteria. Okay, so looking into that, visiting an Ayurvedic practitioner or nutritionist can help as well. And just finding out if there are any gut imbalances going on, because I know that is common for a lot of long COVID cases.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
the reason I say that is I
Yeah.
got the Eight of Autumn. Okay. So this is the same as the Eight of Pentacles. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, or long-term projects. So when I pulled this card, I thought, doing some research on this, reading some articles, some things that are coming out, because it's a brand new disease. This is what they're now finding is that it might not have come from a wet market, that it might have been accidentally released from a lab. So this could have been used just in an educational type of environment for scientific purposes, and they don't know a whole lot about it yet because it wasn't supposed to get out. So doing your
Yeah.
research and finding out, how other people with long COVID are seeking alternative therapies and really doing your research in this, and you might be able to find something great. All right. You are looking to go back to school. All right. Well, they definitely they're supporting that. I'm getting a lot of anxiety about this. I got the Five of Gems. This is you're feeling a little left out of the party, out in the cold. Okay. You need to learn to cope with stress and anxiety if you're going to improve your situation. So developing the ability to balance logic with your intuition is really vital right now. And don't waste your time worrying about what happened in the past or what may happen in the future, okay? Because that's what a lot of anxiety comes from. Obsessive thoughts will keep you from living well, okay? Um, gosh, there was a parable that I read the other day, and it was a disease. God, what was it? Tuberculosis was heading into town, and he passed another disease on his way out. And he said, "Oh, what are you here to do?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm here to kill 5,000 people." And he goes, "Oh, well, happy travels." And so the disease goes into town, and he meets him 5 weeks later, and he goes, "Oh, so you killed 50,000 people. You didn't kill 5,000 people. What did you do?" And he goes, "Oh no, I killed 5,000. The rest were from fear." So we can
Yeah.
mentally make ourselves unwell, okay? And I think that happened a lot to us in COVID, okay?
Yes.
Because we didn't know what was coming our way, all right? Once you do that, once you remove the anxiety piece and you start taking care of your mental health, I got the Nine of Shells. This is my fulfillment card. This is magic,
Yeah.
okay? Your wish will be granted in a very happy way. Um, you're going to make your desires and your priorities much more clear again. Your wish will be granted in a very unexpected manner because you did that research and you took care of the anxiety piece. It'll bring success. It'll bring good health. It's a time of fulfillment. Okay, so it's very enchanted. It's all about finding your deepest desires. It's a good card to get. Okay, so that's wonderful. Now, here's what I see is a block even after this happens. So this is just something to be aware of. I got the Eight of Gems, but I got it upside down. This is my perfectionism card. Okay. Once you get to a point where you're feeling really good about your health, um, you may, they're saying avoid perfectionism. Try not to take it too far. Okay. Um, take
Yeah.
things. So they're saying an imbalance of resources, status, or achievement could present problems. Okay. Don't be overcritical. Don't withhold praise regarding all that you've accomplished. Um, don't try to over control the situation. Okay. Don't think that you have to be absolutely perfect at the end of this. Okay. Because you will be feeling better. All right. Once you push through that. They're saying make sure to sell instead of focusing on what isn't, focus on what is and celebrate. I got the celebration card from the Art of Affirmations. I celebrate each and every day like a ritual. Celebration connects us to the forces within ourselves and in our world that aid and sustain us. Ardent feelings can give us the energy to rise like bubbles above all limits, whether real or imagined. They got those beautiful little bubbles in the car. So lighten up. Okay, lighten up. Try not to let the perfectionism piece get in there a little bit. Okay. And this one fell, so I'm definitely reading this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Goddess of the new. You're stepping into a new you. This is a new mind. Okay. I love and accept myself as a unique individual. I think that's why I got that perfectionist card. Use this gift when it seems like you are not being accepted for any reason, but especially if it is because you are different from other people or because you want to be different. You do not need the acceptance of ignorant or intolerant people. You cannot change anyone else. What you do need is to love and accept yourself for being a good person. So celebrate, avoid that perfectionistic piece. Know that things are going to change when you do your research and you step out of that anxiety, and that, your wishes can come true. Okay, Joe, I hope that was helpful. I know celebrating hurts. Okay. Well, they're asking you to
Yeah.
do that. That's why they're saying lighten up.
Yeah.
So,
No. And it's, yeah, the the cards that I pulled, and this is from the Witching Hour Oracle, and yeah, what Michelle said. Okay, so uh, deep being, self love, and acceptance. So yes, you need to take care of yourself. You also need to pay attention to where it is that your thoughts are taking you, because along with that, I also got as above, so below. This is about manifestation. So it's not as easy as saying, um, just kind of get over it. It is a feeling of, you will feel better um, when you start to transform your thoughts, because I also got feeding crows, which is transformation. So if you're able to um, rename this, instead of saying, I have long COVID, um, I may be experiencing some health challenges right now. The good news is I've lost 50 pounds, right? Turn it around and look at the positive. And don't concentrate on all the bad things that are associated with long COVID. Don't call it long COVID. Call it something else. This is an unusual way to lose 50 pounds, but good news is I've lost 50 pounds. Um, what sort of create when you give into um, to the narrative of the long COVID. And I know that it sounds trite, but it really does. It does kind of have some bearing on it. Okay, is there are certain connotations that come with having long COVID that maybe you don't want to give into. Maybe you want to change that. Maybe you want to lessen some of the deep bonds that come with the long COVID. Rename it into something that doesn't make it sound so permanent and so attached to you, right? I understand the not the not feeling well. It could be, maybe you're just, maybe your body is sensitive to some of the foods that are in your environment that kind of go. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Um, the
Trigger foods or
it could be trigger foods. It could, this could be just a combination of things that just happened at the same time, and someone put a label on it and said, oh yeah, that's long COVID, that's what you've got. And so you've accepted it and said, oh, what other things happen with long COVID? And you're ticking off as you go along. Oh yes, and I have this, and I have this, and I have that. And so it gives you a feeling of being helpless, like this is something that happened to you, when it could have just been a series of coincidental medical things that happened, and you kind of give up. I do agree with Michelle. Do some research, get familiar with other things, look at foods that maybe do trigger your body. Maybe all of a sudden, you could be lactose intolerant. So anytime that you have milk, these things happen, and you're putting it off as being long COVID when perhaps it's something else, right? Um, I think renaming it instead of calling it long COVID, and renaming it into something positive, then you're able to manifest something more positive from it. So that could be it. I hope that makes sense, because all of a sudden, yeah. Oh, and she says, yeah, well, I'm no spring chicken anymore too, but still, yeah, it could be any number of other things that went along with it. That I'll give you an example. When I was about 5 months pregnant, and I used to regularly, Friday night was fish and chips. That was it, fish and chips. Whether I had it for supper or for lunch, but Friday was fish and chips. All of a sudden, I'm pregnant, and every time I have fish and chips, I get sick to my stomach, and I can't handle it. So it took a while, because I'm a creature of habit. It took a while to realize that every Friday night I was getting sick to my stomach. And why was that? As soon as I stopped eating fish and chips, I was fine. So someone told me that I was allergic to fish.
Wow, that's rare.
Yeah. So I stopped eating fish, but I could have shellfish, and that was okay. That didn't bother me. It was just fish. It took years for me to realize that, okay, this is something somebody told me, and I took it on. And I believed that, yes, I was allergic to fish. Until one day I said, you know what? I don't know that I am. Let me have some fish. And I was fine. So there's a lot of things that we tell ourselves, that we take on, that we hear from someone else, that we say, oh yeah, okay, me too, that really may not necessarily apply to us. So Joe, change the mindset around that, and just say, it's incredible, but ever since COVID, I've been able to lose weight. Like it's falling off. Look, I have to go get a whole new wardrobe. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
So
Joe, sorry. Joe said, in another show, can you take a look at our food supply in the country? Just go on YouTube and you can look at anything that's going on in the United States.
yeah,
Like, we can't sell or export our food to other countries. I don't know where you're at, Joe, but it's not good in the US. I'm not sure what it's like in Canada. But yeah, It's not good. And there could have been some, like when you said the fish chips, I'm like, it's probably an additive that they put in there because there is so much crap in processed food.
I know.
And it might not have been the fish. It could have been something they put in the fish or the way they manufactured the fish. Like I found
It could
out
have
the
been
other day
anything.
that most chocolate is poison. It has lead and cadmium in it. And it's because they switched from putting them on like these, like almost like the same thing that coffee comes in. What do they call
Mhm.
them? They're mats. It's like a fabric. It's a really, the thing, coffee bag. It's like, what is it called? It'll come to me in a second. Burlap.
Like
They used to put
burlap,
them on
burlap. Yeah,
burlap to
burlap.
dry. And they switched over to these like they almost look like old bed frames that have been out in the sun. And so they're doing all of this in Africa with the cacao bean, and they're putting them on this metal in the hot sun, and it's putting cadmium and lead in our chocolate and at dangerous levels. But it makes the drying process faster, and they can make more
Of
money.
course. Yeah.
But and that's just recent. So now chocolate's dangerous, or fill in the blank. Consumer Reports is a really good place to look into stuff like
Yeah.
that, Joe. And then keeping a diary is best. Like Marina said, she was
Yes.
told she was allergic to fish. She tried it. She found out she wasn't. So she's just keeping a diary of those foods can really help for sure.
Exactly. And Helena, thank you for coming in and sharing that. That is wonderful. Excellent. Wonderful. I am
Awesome.
so glad to hear that. Yeah, I think that will work out very well for you. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Because, it's not always after we do the readings, we don't always hear back from people to say, yeah, okay, you were right, or, oh, you missed the boat on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Yes, Sherry. Yeah, only eat meat from local farmers, cattlemen. I yeah.
Yeah, they're relating a lot of the stuff going on with Gen Z people, like early onset cancers, to the meat market because we're sending all of our stuff to get processed in China,
Yes.
and they don't have the same regulations that
No.
ranchers and farmers have here. So they take their cattle, they ship them to China, they get processed, and they come back. And we're not part of that process. That doesn't make any sense to me. So
No, sometimes it is a little more expensive to buy local, but you get what you pay for.
yeah,
Right?
health
I
is
like
wealth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. I like to know where it's coming from, and like, yeah, I get my eggs come from the Hutterites because
Mhm.
you you can physically see the difference when you crack it open. One
Mhm.
is orange, the way that it should be, and
Mhm.
one is a very pale,
Pale
pale
yellow.
yellow. So, no,
Not as many
there's
vitamins or minerals, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, well, you guys, thank you so much for spending your time with us. That was wonderful, Joe. I hope that that's helpful to you. And here we are, 2 hours, 1 minute. Woohoo! We did it. We did it. We did it. So, Michelle, again, thank you very much. I love reading with you. It's always so much fun. So I look forward to these.
I do
It's
too.
so wonderful. And again, thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you go over to Michelle's channel, do the same thing there. All her information is down in the description of the video. Don't forget to check out memberships and different ways that you can support the channel. So have a great night. We'll see you later.